cell. Can I text you and just say?
Yeah, you can text me. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll try to put you in my contact group.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Lavoy, can I ask you a question?
You sure may.
I've been noticing in town there's been a lot of patrols with undercovers and everything like that.
That's what I hear. I haven't been there, so I suppose it's true.
And what I've seen from being here a couple weeks ago, that there's a feeling of fear in the town.
Yes, I understand that.
Have you heard anything like that down here?
There's no fear here,
right?
But I understand the presence of the federal agents and stuff there has generated a lot of concern there. See, consider where who's keeping guns where. Guns at buildings. They had them at the schools. We don't have guns at schools. We don't have guns at community buildings. We don't have guns at government buildings. Who has guns there? The federal government has guns there. The federal government had guns at the schools. They had guns at the community buildings. They have guns at the government buildings. So that's not necessary.
Right.
So, yeah,
no, I completely agree with you. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
We're going to be able to come along and see your meeting and train?
Yes, please. Yeah, I think I might be standing room only, so bring the codes, but please come along. They've done to ask if you can present some of the same things that they teach you about. So they don't have the building yet. I know Chris Ann Hall has her meeting in town, which is going to be well attended, but she's not going to allow any cameras.
It will be after this.
And stuff, so the citizens can feel free to ask questions and things like that. So
that's what I wanted to ask you about, actually, specifically. Can I do that?
Sure, absolutely.
Look, Lavoy, Chris Ann Hall has got a meeting with the drop of a hat, essentially. I'm going to turn you toward the sun. Totally in the shade for Thank you.
All right.
Chris Ann Hall, I mean, the county allowed her to use the building there, the fairgrounds building, without a drop of a hat. I mean, that was arranged very quickly for 2 days in a row. Is that a little frustrating that they let her?
Well, not on our part. I'm so glad that she did, because she is such a strong advocate for the Constitution and for freedom. So if they allowed her to have that without us having it, good for her. I'm glad that the message is getting out. So we'll just go around. We'll go around Burns. We'll go to the other communities and the other counties.
Okay. Has there been any communication with the sheriff at all in recent days?
We can't find him. He's been incognito. The sheriff has been incognito for like a week. Nobody can find him. And so,
since that one meeting down the road.
Yeah, he doesn't correspond with us anymore. And what I forgot to mention to everybody up there is that we're going to begin to put together, because the sheriff is not being responsive to the citizens out in the rural area, not coming to their aid when they say, we're being harassed by the FBI. So we're putting together a rapid response team here. And I should have mentioned that to everybody, that so that when they sign these contracts, throw off the federal government, that at any time that they need somebody, they can call. And if the sheriff will not respond, we will respond. We will physically respond to come out and support and protect them. The sheriff's responsibility to do it, but if the sheriff doesn't, we will not leave these people to be intimidated like they are. So we're putting that together right now, a rapid response team to provide protection for the ranchers.
Can I get a little more clarity? I wasn't sure about these, these signings that are happening.
Yeah.
Is that people who are signing on to have a piece of the land here?
No,
or
what
people
they're doing,
who are saying we reject the government?
No, they're already here, and they're saying we're throwing off the Forest Service and the BLM, the Bureau of Land Management, will no longer be ruled by them. And so we've got this is pretty big. This is a big deal. When they sign that, they'll be sending it to the Solicitor General. That letter, and that letter doesn't get lost. And it usually comes back with the FBI holding it in his hand. That's what they did with me when I sent it.
But it basically says we're rejecting your authority over
Absolutely.
us and our land.
And
how many people have already
we've got 2 right now. One here.
Individual ranchers?
Yeah, one rancher here and one coming from New Mexico. And I hope they bring a couple more in tow. Right now, you only have 2 ranchers that have done it in the whole country. Clive and Bundy and myself. And so now that's going to double it in one day. And so there are so many right on the edge, but they are so intimidated with what's going on by the federal government that there's a lot of trepidation.
And it should also be clarified, they're not trying to, they shouldn't be presumed or presented as freeloaders. The money stays in their county and in their state. They're all for their fair share.
They're upholding, see, like for myself, in lieu of what I used to pay to a grazing fee, I'm asking the county commissioners to put in a production tax so I can support the local government.
But the county government doesn't seem
that like it wants this land.
No, they want the money. Where does the money come from right now? Come from Washington down to their little hands.
Right, but what indication have you gotten from anybody in the county, any leader of the county?
There's a committee of safety.
Oh,
there have elected officials that are proper representation of the people.
Come to the meeting.
No, I know that
That's it.
they were elected in a meeting at a, you know, I mean, I know that,
It's
I know-
illegal. It was a legal election. Constitutional. That's what our founding fathers